All right, let's dive in. Today, we're all about gut feelings, but not just the, oh, should I trust this person? We're
Mhm.
talking about the real deal connection between gut health and how we feel mentally.
It's pretty amazing how much we're learning about this whole gut-brain thing.
And we've got this awesome article from WebMD, How to Improve Your Gut Health and Mental Health, to guide us.
Perfect timing, because there's so much buzz about it these days.
So first things first, we got to talk about the ENS, the enteric nervous system, right?
Exactly. It's like our gut's own brain, over 100 million nerve cells lining the digestive tract.
Whoa, that's a serious amount of brain power happening down there. But I thought the brain, the one in our head was
Yeah.
in charge of, well, everything.
You'd think so, but this ENS is basically running the show in your gut.
No kidding. So what's it doing down there besides digesting lunch?
Oh, it's way more than just that. It's controlling everything from swallowing to how enzymes break down food.
Whoa, hold on. Enzymes. You're going to have to break that down for me.
Sure, enzymes are these little helpers that speed up chemical reactions, like breaking down food into tiny bits we can absorb.
Got it. So the ENS is calling the shots on what gets broken down and how.
Exactly. It even manages blood flow to make sure we absorb all the good stuff from our food.
Hey, I'm starting to see how this is way more complex than I thought. So this second brain in our gut,
Yeah.
it's not just some lone ranger, right? It's talking to our actual brain.
Absolutely. They're constantly chatting it up, sending messages back and forth.
Like a super highway of information between the gut and the brain.
You got it. We call it the gut-brain axis, and it's a two-way street.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. So what are they talking about, these two brains?
Well, for a long time, we thought it was mostly one-way traffic, like anxiety and depression leading to things like irritable bowel syndrome.
Right, so stress messing with your stomach.
Exactly. But get this, new research suggests it might be the other way around too.
Wait, you mean my gut could be affecting my mood?
That's what these studies are hinting at, yeah. And it gets even crazier. Some researchers think gut health might be linked to conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, even autism.
Wow, this is serious stuff. But let's back up a sec and talk about something we all experience. Stress.
Oh, yeah, stress.
How does that play into all of this gut-brain action?
When you're stressed, your body pumps out hormones like cortisol.
Ah, the stress hormone, everyone's favorite.
And cortisol can really mess with your digestion, throwing off the balance of bacteria in your gut, even affecting your immune system.
So basically, stress weakens our gut's defenses.
You could say that. And that's when you get those classic stress symptoms: indigestion, upset stomach, maybe diarrhea, or even constipation.
Ugh, tell me about it. So besides quitting my job and living on a beach, any tips for keeping my gut happy?
Well, the beach might help,
It would.
but seriously, even simple things can make a big difference.
Okay, lay it on me. I'm ready to take notes.
One thing the WebMD article mentions is relaxing after meals.
Wait, like actually sitting down and chilling for a bit?
Yeah, it sounds basic, but it helps your body digest properly and absorb all the good stuff.
Guilty as charged. I'm usually scarfing lunch down at my desk.
Well, maybe try taking a few minutes to unwind after you eat, see if it helps.
I can try that. What about what we're eating? That's got to be important, right?
Absolutely. Healthy meals and snacks, avoiding processed junk and too much sugar. Your gut will thank you.
Makes sense. Does it matter how we eat too? Like, should we be all mindful and stuff?
It does. It does. Mindful eating, really savoring each bite, helps with digestion and can even make you feel more satisfied.
Okay, so slow down and enjoy the food. Check. What else?
Exercise, even a quick walk, can do wonders for stress, which we know impacts the gut.
Less stress, happier gut, happier me. I'm starting to get the picture.
Exactly. And don't forget about water. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day to keep things flowing smoothly.
All right, hydration is key. Got it. But what if someone's dealing with serious anxiety that's affecting their gut?
That's a great question. The article really stresses seeking help from a therapist who specializes in anxiety.
Makes sense. Sometimes we need expert support to tackle those bigger challenges.
Totally. Now, let's talk about food, because certain things can really boost both gut and mental health.
Ooh, this is the good stuff. Hit me with your grocery list wisdom.
Fiber is your gut's BFF. It keeps digestion running smoothly, supports a good bacteria, and can even improve memory and mood.
Bring on the beans, oats, nuts, and veggies.
You got it. And don't forget dark chocolate. It's got fiber too.
Okay, dark chocolate for gut health. I like the sound of that. What about vitamin D? I always hear that's important.
Vitamin D is a rock star for regulating your gut microbiome, that community of bacteria living in your gut.
So we want to keep those little guys happy and balanced.
Exactly. Plus, vitamin D helps reduce inflammation throughout the body.
All right, vitamin D, check. Where do we find this magical nutrient?
Egg yolks, tuna, salmon, fortified milk, some orange juice. You've got options.
Salmon for dinner tonight it is. Now, what about protein? Where does that fit in?
Protein is essential. It provides nitrogen, which can limit the growth of those not-so-friendly bacteria.
Ah, so it keeps the bad guys in check.
You got it. Plus, protein helps our bodies produce serotonin, that feel-good neurotransmitter.
So enough protein means a happier gut and a brighter mood. I'm seeing the connections here.
Exactly. Good sources include eggs, milk, yogurt, lean meats, fish, even broccoli, oats, and nuts.
Plenty of delicious options. You mentioned a neurotransmitter earlier, serotonin,
Yeah,
and you said protein helps us make that, right?
right. It's involved in mood, sleep, even appetite. And a lot of it is made in, you guessed it, the gut.
Wow, it really is all connected, isn't it? If our gut isn't healthy, it can impact our mood and everything else.
It's pretty amazing. And we've got one more superstar nutrient to cover, omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3s, good for the heart, good for the brain. What else can they do?
They can lower cholesterol, improve memory and focus, and even help curb those sugar cravings.
Sign me up. Where do we get these awesome omega-3s?
Walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, they're all great sources.
So a balanced and diverse diet really is the key to a happy gut and a happy mind.
You nailed it. It's fascinating how much we're learning about this whole connection.
This deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface, though.
We have. There's so much more to uncover about this intricate dance between our physical and mental selves.
Well, I'm hooked. This has been incredibly insightful, and I know you have some more fascinating thoughts to share.
I do.
So stay tuned for the rest of this deep dive into the incredible world of the gut-brain connection.
It really does make you think, doesn't it,
Yeah.
about what this all means for how we understand mental health.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. If our gut is this deeply connected to how we feel mentally, how does that change how we think about things like anxiety and depression?
Well, it's a big question. And this WebMD article, it hints at some pretty big shifts.
Like what?
Like, imagine if taking care of your gut became like a key part of managing mental health conditions.
Interesting.
We've been so focused on the brain, right? But maybe we've been missing this whole other piece of the puzzle.
It's like trying to solve a puzzle, but you don't have all the pieces.
Yeah, exactly. We know stress messes with the gut,
Right.
and we know when the bacteria in your gut are off, that can send signals to the brain that could affect your mood.
Wow.
So it makes you wonder, if you improve gut health, could you actually help with those mental health symptoms?
That's a powerful idea. And what I like about it is we can actually do something about our gut health
Right.
through lifestyle choices, like what we eat, exercise, even managing stress.
Exactly. It's not just about taking a pill. It's about taking care of yourself holistically.
I love that.
And that gives you a sense of control. You're not just stuck. You can actually do something to shape your mental and physical health.
By taking care of your gut, that gives me hope for sure. It also makes me wonder about all the other connections in our bodies that we haven't even figured out yet.
Right.
Speaking of connections, the article mentions something called the vagus nerve,
Oh, yeah, the vagus nerve.
which is like a key player in this whole gut-brain communication thing. Can you explain what that is?
Sure. The vagus nerve, it's like a direct line between your brain and your gut.
Okay.
It's this long nerve that runs from your brainstem all the way down to your abdomen, connecting to a bunch of different organs along the way.
So it's not just brain to gut, it's like a whole network.
Exactly. The vagus nerve, it sends signals back and forth about things like, are you hungry? Are you full? How stressed are you? Even emotions.
Wow, that's incredible. So how does this vagus nerve actually work? Like what kind of messages is it sending?
Well, one of the key players here are neurotransmitters.
What?
Neurotransmitters. They're basically chemical messengers that transmit signals between nerve cells.
Okay.
You've probably heard of some of them, like serotonin, the happy hormone.
Oh yeah, serotonin, that's the mood booster, right?
Right. And get this, a lot of your body's serotonin, it's actually produced in the gut.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah. And the vagus nerve, it helps transport that serotonin to the brain, where it can affect your mood, your sleep, even your appetite.
So it all starts in the gut. That's amazing.
Right.
So if your gut isn't healthy and it's not making enough serotonin, that could actually affect your mood.
Exactly. Which is why taking care of your gut health is so important for both your physical and mental well-being. It's all connected.
It all comes back to that, doesn't it? Were there any specific examples in the article that really showed how powerful this gut-brain connection can be?
There was this one study they talked about where they looked at probiotics and anxiety.
Okay.
So probiotics are those good bacteria we've been talking about.
Right.
And the study found that people who took a probiotic supplement every day for a few weeks, they actually had less anxiety.
Wow, really? So
Yep.
just adding more of those good bacteria to your gut could actually help with your mental health.
That's what the research suggests. Yeah. It's pretty exciting stuff.
It really is. It just shows how much potential there is for using this gut-brain connection to help people feel better.
Right. The whole new way of thinking about health and well-being.
It really is. And it's a reminder that we still have so much to learn.
Oh, yeah.
But the more we learn about this connection, the more we can take control of our own health.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. It's like a journey of discovery
A journey of discovery. I like that.
that opens up all these new
Wow.
possibilities.
Oh, this has been so eye-opening. But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to make sure our listeners know what to do with all this information.
Right.
What are some things people can start doing today to improve their gut health?
Well, I think the first step is just paying attention
Okay.
to your body.
Yeah.
Notice how different foods make you feel.
Oh,
Do some foods give you energy? Do some make you feel sluggish or bloated? How does stress show up in your body?
it's about becoming aware of those gut feelings, right?
Exactly. Start paying attention to your gut health.
Yeah.
And then from there, you can start making changes slowly. Maybe you add more fiber to your diet, or you focus on getting more vitamin D and omega-3s,
Okay.
or you find ways to manage stress better.
Or maybe you just take a few minutes to relax after you eat, like we talked about.
Yeah, even small changes can make a big difference.
They really can. And it's a journey, not a race, right?
Right. You don't have to do everything at once.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Just start with one small step,
Yeah.
and then another, and before you know it, you'll be well on your way to a happier, healthier gut.
And a happier, healthier you.
Exactly.
I love that. It's a good reminder that we're all works in progress and that small steps can lead to big changes.
Right.
This has been such a great conversation. I feel like I've learned so much about the gut-brain connection.
Me too.
It's fascinating.
It is. It really is. And you know what? We've got even more to talk about.
We do.
So let's continue this deep dive in the next part.
It's amazing to think about, right? Like, we have this whole other world inside of us, this incredible system of nerves and signals that's affecting our health and how we feel in ways we're only just starting to understand.
It really is mind-blowing when you think about it. And what's really interesting is how this whole gut-brain connection, it's changing the way we think about mental health.
Right. For so long, it was all about the brain, but now we're seeing this link to the gut.
Exactly. And the WebMD article, it even talks about how this could change how we treat conditions like anxiety and depression.
Really? How so?
Well, some researchers think that, like, in addition to therapy and medication, people could also get specific dietary recommendations or probiotics to help manage their mental health.
Wow, that's fascinating. So it's not just about treating the symptoms in the brain, it's about supporting the gut too.
Exactly. It's like a more holistic approach, recognizing that everything is connected.
I like that. It's like we have more power than we thought to influence our own well-being just by taking care of our gut.
Right. It's empowering, but also kind of humbling, because it shows us how much we still don't know.
That's true. There's so much more to learn about this whole connection.
Oh, yeah, we're just scratching the surface.
But that's what makes it so exciting, right? There's always something new to discover.
Exactly. It's a lifelong journey of, like, understanding and nurturing this incredible connection we have within ourselves.
I love that. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of the gut-brain connection.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you learned something new today, and maybe you're even feeling a little bit in awe of the power of your second brain.
And to all our listeners out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep listening to those gut feelings.
Yes, both literally and figuratively. Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember, a happy gut is a happy you.